welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's a high-altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Ty Johnson now to return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
They send the tight end in motion. First tone of the game for James Cook. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense. Getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and it's going to be 1st down Denver.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Got his man And Shakir has it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He gets 6 on that play. And the Bills have a first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
15 more yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Allen on third and short. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Prater puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Prater on to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Play action with Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Nix from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Finds the in route complete. And get to him after a small pickup to the 35. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Once more, it's Nix. He's going for it himself. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the first. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Throwing on first down, Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Now over that screen, Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on third down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
The kick by Lutz is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Allen setting up to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, it's Allen. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down throw for Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. And now from the pistol to Cook. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Allen on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. This is Cook. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 1st and 10.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits his running back. And a stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's a gain of a yard. That's another Bills first down. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Bills.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
And Allen's going to run again. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Needing 9 now on this 3rd down, thanks to that false start penalty. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Throwing for the back of the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
So on fourth down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit and Matt Prater. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Prater puts it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. He dodged the tackle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now they send their back in motion right. On first down, it's Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
43-yard line.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Nix to throw again. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hits right. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing again. Here's Nix. He's got Sutton complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Nix with it on first. Throw left side, caught by Bryant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. They'll throw again. Nix dumps it off to his running back. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. They'll try and punch it in. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
Do this. Here we go.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This just 21 yards down the pipe. The kick by Lutz is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Nix off the play action. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Nix now on first and 10. Completed over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes second and 13. Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Third and long, they're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here's Cook. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. Third down. To the air on third and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. They've got first down here from the 36. This is Cook on the handoff. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Allen. Got a man, it's Knox. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. One was intended for Jackson Hawes. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. This finds Cooks, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Allen going to throw again. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Here's a give to Cook. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And will bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long.
He
Gets a made on a good play there and also makes this decision time 4th and short.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. On 4th down, Allen. This is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills cut it to a field goal game.
16. Bills 13.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Broncos!
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Bills going nickel, 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Harvey gets it on the counter. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
A gain of 26
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First down. 1st and 10.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. We've set it downs from 37. Giving this to Harvey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
That pitch and catch
27-yard
won't
line.
show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. There's the fake, here's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 23, Bills 13.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
They kick the running back in motion. Second down, looking for options. Completed to his running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
So first down from the 41. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's second down now.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, Allen. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And they bring him down around the 34.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Second and inches at the 34-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his second and inches. Now Allen has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They get 6 and a first down as well.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
To the air again, Allen. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Again, Allen to the air. Short pass brought in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 16-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Going with a screen to Johnson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
15 more yards. That's another Bills first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills making a 4-point game here in the fourth. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the fourth.
23, Bills 20.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Complete out to the right. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll fire ahead for a few. It's 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He's back to throw. They did it. He made the interception. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills have some new life in the 4th.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Bills down by only 3. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Cut near the goal line. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points.
That penalty is declined.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
23.
Now Prater on to send it away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Denver set to take the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Back to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here he is to throw. Connecting on a slant. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Throwing now. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
They'll throw again. Nix. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. To throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Sends this to the end zone. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. This is a designed run for Allen. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not, they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Denver.